We're Neptune Injection, we're a high precision tool makers, and that's the reason we use Sodick machines, because they're high precision machines, to give us the accuracy we require for the features with spark eroded. So the relationship with Sodick goes back to when I was an apprentice really, and we was using Sodick machines when I was working on the bench. I then worked for another mould maker in the early 2000s, and we had all Sodick spark eroders. So when I took the business over in 2010, we actually had another brand of spark eroder in the factory, in the facility, and the electrode wear was really high. The time taken to machine took a long time. So we knew from doing test cuts with Sodick it was going to reduce the lead time, reduce the time to spark, and reduce the wear on the electrodes, which meant that we're going to need less electrodes to do the same job, so less cutting time on the machining centres and less time on the machines.
12 years ago, Gary came to us and he needed a machine for a specific job. We obviously delivered that machine, and since then Gary's business has grown from there. He's not replacing machines here, he's actually investing in new machines, which has grown his business even further. Because of the different areas that Gary's working within, he's after the same thing within those areas. He's after high accuracy, high surface finish and repeatability. And with Sodick, we can achieve all of those things.
When we started off, there was 3 of us at Neptune Engineering, and I spoke to the sales engineer at Sodick, and he come down, looked at the size of the company. I knew that I wanted Sodick machines. I knew all about them from a previous company, and they'd done a package deal for us to get it within the budget for us, and they got it in the time constraints. They put extra training in for us. It helped us along the way. So when we've needed a backup, we could ring them up. They send a training engineer down, and it was just, the service was really good, as well as the machining and the actual backup from Sodick's great.
It's good to us because it shows we've got a good working relationship with him, that he trusts us, and he knows that he can reliably get the same quality parts every single time using Sodick machines. With the die sink and wire machines, they work hand in hand. The operating system's the same on there, so the people using the machines, they can pick it up really easy and move from one to another.
Lead times are so aggressive. The price of a job's important, but also the lead time. So 10, 15, 20 years ago, you could quote 16, 20 weeks for a job. Now people expect them work in 6, 8, 10 weeks. So you need to have a machine that's efficient at cutting and giving you a good surface finish, but you need it done quickly. The Sodick machines have got linear motors, so the accuracy from positioning the actual electrode is spot on within 2 microns. And the surface finish goes down to a 0 VDI, which means for a lot of the work we do, we don't have to then hand polish afterwards, so we can finish the whole job on the spark eroder. Reduce our lead time, reduce our costs, we cut out external costs of polishing, and increase profitability. The footprint of the machine is quite small for the working area. We haven't got the biggest facility, so they fit in well, but also the time to manufacture, time to machine is greatly reduced over other suppliers. What sets these sort of machines apart from others is the fact that you've got the repeatability, you've got the really good surface finishes, but you get it in a really reasonable cutting time and machine time. Whereas other brands, other machines, you need more electrodes to spark the jobs. On the wire, you need to do additional cuts around the metal work. So rather than doing, say, 3 cuts, you might need to do 4 or 5 cuts. Whereas on these, we know that we can get away with 3 cuts for the surface finish requirements we need.